see there. Welcome back to J Street Ramblings. My name's Brandon, where you get to listen to me ramble about things that hopefully you'll find interesting. And today we're going to talk a little bit about deer hunting. We're getting close to that time of the season again. And why here in Iowa I decided to go with the AR platform versus my shotgun. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the sayings of the former Vice President Joseph Biden and debunk a little bit of what he's trying to propagate out there. I know most of you guys already know it, but join me. We'll have some fun. And if you like what you see, give me a Let's Go Brandon in the comments. All right, so if you guys have seen any of my earlier videos, most of them were on this 350 Legend AR because, you know, within the last 5 years, I think it was, Iowa legalized straight wall cartridges, which enables you to use this platform to deer hunt with. And, you know, the famous Joe Biden quote is, you don't need an AR for deer hunting. The deer aren't wearing Kevlar. Has he been to Iowa? Some of our... No, I'm just kidding. That's stupid. Anyways, why did I switch from my shotgun when I could legally use the AR? One of the biggest reasons is, you know, obviously you're in the brushy, wooded area, generally. We hunt public land. We don't have private land to hunt on. So, you know, navigating... This was my first deer gun. It's a Mossberg 835 Ultimag. Primarily a turkey gun, but it came with the slug barrel, which works relatively well, right? And the biggest difference that I liked about the AR platform, one of many, is navigating through the woods here with this guy versus this guy. You can see the size difference there. A lot more compact, right? Now, I could have just bought a different shotgun and done that, but there are still so many more advantages. Deer season in Iowa is, the first shotgun season's December 2nd. The weather typically is probably 20s in the mornings, can warm up to the 30s. It's been as warm as 50, 60 degrees some years, and as cold as sub-zero other years. Generally, we're dressing up, putting layers on. And with the shotgun here, I can't, when I've got layers on, I'm out here a little more. And I'm not the biggest guy in the world, you know, you can see that here. But, you know, it's just a little bit more cumbersome. Is it doable? Yes, you can still hunt with that. But, as many of you know, the AR platform comes with this fully semi-automatic grenade launching no, it's just a buttstock. So when I'm layered up and I want my rifle a little bit closer to me into my shoulder pocket, there we go. Nice and easy, easy peasy. You know, this is not the weapon of mass destruction that a lot of liberals would have you believe it to be. And forgive me, you know, there's some liberals that aren't. I don't want to put everybody in a box, because I honestly don't think that way. But we'll say gun grabbers. People that are completely anti-gun. Because at the end of the day, they really don't care the difference between either of these two. They just don't feel anybody should own either. Alright, why else the AR platform versus the shotgun? So on my shotgun, I've got dovetail rifle sights. So dovetail in the back and the single dot in the front. They're a little bit harder to pick up, especially in low light. I can see fine here in the daylight. We're great, but the deer natural movements more in the early mornings and the late afternoons. So, you know, sights, again, they work, but if I can get a simpler, better option, I was able to just throw this red dot right on top of the Picatinny rail opposed to unscrewing, if I wanted to get true glow right sights for the shotgun. So much simpler there. Uh, and I think those are two of the biggest reasons. Another reason is loading and unloading. I have a fixed magazine that I can load up, and I'm ready to go. Stick it in the mag well, chamber around, ready to go. Shotgun, of course, you're loading into the magazine tube here. When it's time to come back to the camp, and these guns have both been cleared prior to filming, so we're good to go. We're out of range. We're pointed down range. Um, Safety is, number one. We're good to go. But anyways, unloading the shotgun back at the tailgate. I'm unloading round by round, clearing the weapon. To eat lunch or regroup, whatever we're doing that day. The AR, we simply drop the mag, take the one round out of the chamber. We're good to go. So really, it's just a lot more convenient and efficient of a platform, and that's why I personally switched. Our former Vice President Joseph Biden would have you believe that, again, this is a weapon of war, mass destruction, and that's all it's capable of. While it's capable of death and destruction, most guns are. That's the purpose of a gun. They're primarily overwhelmingly used in self-defense scenarios, but also used for, and I guess let's retract that statement a little bit, but out of the millions and millions of firearms out there today, that's most purposes why people have them. They can be used also for nefarious purposes, as the media likes to portray and blast out everywhere, stating that nobody should own one of these. And I don't know what they're picturing. Are they picturing guys going out to the woods just spraying rounds? It's not an efficient way to hunt. So let's show a little bit more about what each of these firearms are capable of. Alright, now maybe I'll just talk real quick about the two rounds that come out of these two weapons, at least that I use for hunting here in Iowa. The 12 gauge slug, and for just, this is really for people that haven't paid attention or don't know about guns and ammo. Again, the media would tell you that the AR platform is just the evil of all evils and should never be used for anything. No civilian should own one, which I wholeheartedly disagree with. You can see, if you just want to look at it from a simplistic size perspective, the 12 gauge shotgun slug is by far quite a bit bigger than the 350 Legend round coming out of the AR platform. The projectiles themselves, the shotgun slug is bigger. This is bigger than your standard 223 or 5.56 round out of your more common home defense chamberings for the AR-15. Iowa has traditionally said that 223 5.56 is too small to efficiently take deer. So they said you had to use a bigger round, which the 350 Legend is a bigger round. I apologize, I didn't bring a 5.56 to show you the difference between those two. But there's also 450 Bushmaster and other straight wall rifle cartridges that you can use in Iowa. Not only in an AR platform, but in a bolt action rifle as well. Or, I'm sure there's some lever action chamberings. All sorts of, firearms can be used for hunting purposes. But let's go out and show the difference or similarity between these two rounds on a water jug. Alright guys, so now we're just going to take and do a quick experiment. Just, one of the proposals after the Uvalde shooting was to exploit, I guess, those families and children and try to impact, the nation. And one of the suggestions, which I wholeheartedly disagree with, was to show those bodies of the children and what damage the AR platform did to those children. I think that's disrespectful. It's utter nonsense. As I'm going to show, anybody can go buy the shotgun. Most people aren't crying about a shotgun, but it would essentially have the same effect. We just simply know that that's wrong. That's not what we do with these weapons. But to demonstrate, here's what a shotgun round will do to these 1 gallon water jugs. And again, this is my deer hunting slug round, which could also be purchased and bought. Oh yeah, that's another reason I switched from the shotgun to the AR platform. It's a little bit easier on the old shoulder. Alright, so our shotgun is clear. There was only 1 round in the chamber. I'm going to hand this off, and then we'll demonstrate with the 350 Legend. Alright, now let's see what the devastating AR is going to do. Chamber around. That one definitely got me wet. Alright guys, now I'm going to say from where I was standing, the AR did splash me with a little bit of water. The one on the left here was the 350 Legend round. But let's take a look at the one on the right here, which was the shotgun slug. And most of you that are familiar with firearms are going to know that that completely devastated that jug. Just shredded it. And for those that want to proclaim that the AR platform is just the worst thing in the world, again, here's my evidence what a shotgun slug will do. So we already know that firearms are devastating. They have to be owned and operated responsibly. Here's that 350 Legend round. That did pretty good itself, especially at this range. I really don't foresee getting that close to deer. Not impossible. You can find plenty of hunting videos where people are much closer to deer, especially on drives and things like that. But yeah, very effective either way. That's the point of hunting. You're going to dispatch the animal and harvest the meat. So, but again, back to those who will say just how devastating the AR is compared to any other round. Yeah, you've got a little bit of difference, but I wouldn't want to be hit with either of those. Weapons are not toys; they're not treated as such, and most of the nation doesn't do so. You're driving past people that own firearms pretty much on a daily basis. You don't know who owns them, who doesn't, and you've been fine to this point. Not to say there aren't bad guys out there. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and like I say, if you enjoyed this video, give me a let's go, Brandon. Hopefully, I'll be back with some more. Build Back Better's kind of kept me away from YouTube for a little bit, but I'm surviving Build Back Better, and we'll be back with some more content. As always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Quick follow-up, we just happened to find that 350 Legend round. For anybody that would be interested in seeing it, I thought it was cool. Didn't expect to find it, but this is what it ended up like after hitting that 1 gallon water jug. Pretty good expansion there. And that is the Winchester PowerPoint 180 grain. All right, back home editing, and just wanted to wrap up with some final thoughts. We know that former President Joe there has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to firearms. He's demonstrated that on multiple occasions. One of the earlier ones being you don't need an AR, just go buy a shotgun. And either one's effective, but what's more comfortable and practical to you? We have the Second Amendment for a reason. Take advantage of it. Elect those that will help protect it. Um, you know, Stay safe and have fun out there. Until we see you next time.